to welcome my dear friend Emma Louise Hansen, coming to us all the way from Trondheim, Norway. Emma's not from this planet. She's from the Andromeda galaxy, and she has many beautiful and wonderful messages from her friends in high places for all of us. And with that, Emma, thank you so much for being here.
Thank you so much. Not everyone are here now, but I just let the door be open so people can come in.
Did you get near a mic?
Yeah, but I have to do something first. I think everyone can hear me.
Okay.
My name is Emma Louise Hansen, and I'm from Norway. I was going to do something today, but everything changed yesterday, and that's typical for me. So I had to just change everything. So I'm not a public speaker in general, never done this before. This is my first time. I'm not nervous, that's not why I'm so high in energy right now. But I have just had an experience by the lake that I need to share with you. I went to the lake and I connected to Mother Earth and Father Sky and to the people of this planet. And I had this prayer and I asked them for protection and help. And I prayed for everyone, basically, and everything. And I was doing this because I'm making this, this form. Breathing, I have this ritual. I'll be happy to do it for you later in the evening if someone wants to join me. And I, very simple said, I sat down by the water and I threw water on myself. I sang a very deep song and words came out of me. And when I was finished, I thanked in love and gratitude. And I turned around and the rain was just pouring down like this. And you was there too. And I was like, woo-hoo! Yes! I had so much energy and I was so calm before I did that. And I started to walk and the rain just stopped like this. You saw it. So that's what I wanted to share with you. Well, first of all, thank you so much for coming, everyone. And I want to give a special thanks actually to the scientists here in the room because I'm so happy to hear the things that you have shared. And I also want to say that what I'm going to share with you today is my experience. And I don't ask anyone to take my words for their truth. I'm just changing with you what I have experienced. And as Ted said, yes, I have had a life in many, many different galaxies, also here on Earth, but I'm here as an Earthling right now. And yes, I have contact with extraterrestrials. I have done nothing to have that contact, but they just seem to pop up. And well, as long as they are coming with love, that's okay for me. But that's not what I'm going to focus on today. And I know that many people want me to tell about the Andromeda galaxy and all kinds of stuff about the galaxy, but I'm not going into that today. But everyone that wants to know something, you can just come up to me and ask, and I will answer if I can answer. So, to give you a little bit of an idea how I live my life today, I'm an ER nurse in Norway. I have 2 children, 2 dogs, and a dead hamster in the freezer. It's true. And a beautiful husband. And a lot of beautiful friends. And what's my kind of thing is that I'm a lot in nature, and I emerge a lot with nature. And I want to tell a very, very short story about a memory from my earlier life as a Hopi girl. I was asking my father about the knowledge of life, and he said, if you like to know about the knowledge of life, you have to go to the water, and you have to become one with the water. And in my memory, I had this water ceremony, and I actually emerged with the water. I physically left my physical body at the time, and I became water. And I was traveling for a very long time around this earth as water, gathering knowledge, information. And I think that that's basically the base of my wisdom today. So I'm not going into the water right now because so many other beautiful people here have been talking so much about it. But I have to kind of tell you this, because I'm not a person that is sitting and meditating and looking at my chakras and things like that. I'm just out in nature, and I speak to nature, I sing with nature, I'm in one with nature, I'm in one with life, I'm enjoying life, and I'm just very happy, but I can also be very sad. I can be angry, and as I told someone here the other day, yes, I've seen the devil. I've seen him in the mirror, as we all have. Did you catch that? Yeah. Well, I'm going to share a vision with you because I have had a lot of conversation with the Hopis during my days here, and there they are coming, right on time. That's perfect. And on a Monday, the 16th December 2013, I decided that it's time to write this vision down and maybe share it with people. Because so many people that I have been telling this to in so many years, they encouraged me to do that. And at the time, and this is just boring stuff, but it's kind of important, I think. I was living in a regular-sized apartment. I had just given birth to my second child, a son, in the springtime, and we already had a 4-year-old daughter at the time, and this was happening in the autumn of 2005. I was sitting on the couch, and I was relaxing with my puppy dog, Charlie, and he was curled up close with me. And you know, it was just a normal day for me. I didn't expect anything to happen, and I was just thinking about the chores that I had to do. Suddenly, my body became very heavily, and I was like nailed to the couch. And my head started to lean backwards like this. And my eyes, they just automatically closed down. And a voice appeared to me. Listen to us. We are coming to you with a message. When the one people stand up, you shall be ready. And I don't think that you is like me. I think that you is we. I was taken on a visual journey, like in a movie, if you like, to a very different place than I was living at the moment. I was taken to a townhouse. My family was much older, and I had 2 dogs. And I was actually thinking, 2 dogs, I think it's enough with 1. And I had a hamster. And now the hamster is in the freezer. We haven't buried him yet. And at the time, I hated the idea of having animals in a cage. But I actually didn't have that hamster in a cage. He was living among us, free. So, I'm going to read this now, because if I was going to just tell it from my memory, it would take too much time for me to find the words in English, so I have written it down. I suddenly find myself in darkness together with my family. I'm watching the whole scene outside of my physical body. I'm actually watching myself. We are sleeping, and when we wake up, the whole world is changed. And I have to add a little comment on that. And this is my opinion. I think that we were sleeping is the time that we are going through now. We are sleeping and we are slowly waking up. We are standing outside of what once was a house. Everything is gone. All earthly goods have crumbled away. You know, houses, cars, everything that is made of this world was crumbled away. We only have what we are wearing on our bodies. I see things from like a bird's view and see an image of the whole world. The whole world is sand and flat desert as far as my eyes can see. It's not a drop of water. Don't be afraid. People everywhere are standing puzzled, looking around. At chosen places all over the earth, I can see large white domes standing on the ground. They have no window and no doors. They are shining so white you can almost see yourself in them. At one spot by every single dome, there are two towering beings. They are standing there like guardians by something that intuitively feels like a door or a gate to the inner of the dome, without it actually being a visible door or gate. These beings are shining white, without any visible face contours. They are slim, tall, about 16 to 19 feet, and are wearing long capes. The capes are made with pure, strong, clear colors. I can see more beings out there. They are walking around on Earth, collecting groups of people. All of them look the same, and they are all wearing capes. The capes are either clear green, violet, blue. There's many different colors, and they are beaming strong and clearly. The beings are beaming love. They don't walk on the ground, they are floating when they are coming towards people. In front of me, I see a beautiful white dome. It's the size of a medium city here in Norway, like a town with about 200,000 citizens. While I'm standing there in front of the dome, there is a being coming towards me, and it's sending thoughts into my head. The being wants my family and myself to follow. I see my family walk towards the dome, and the two guardians standing there at the gateway. And there are also many other people following us. We are not alone. When we come up to the dome, without a sound, an entrance opens up between these two guardians, and the tall being leading the group is welcoming us and asks us to follow. The moment I'm on my way into the dome, I am lightly touched on my shoulder. I turn around, and in the air I spot several luminous beings watching me. One of them was saying that I'm not going into the dome. You are now going home. Your task is over. I felt no sorrow and no fear over leaving my family. They told me that I can travel down to Earth whenever I want to see them. I don't need to worry about my family at all, because they will always be there, and I can always see them. Again, I'm taken into a sort of overview in my vision, and I get to be the fly on the wall at the time my family is entering the dome. When they enter the dome, everything in there is quiet and peaceful. It's a frequency of harmony. Everything is white, even more purer than white. It's like all the white is alive, but at the same time not. In all the white, a sort of reception desk is forming, but not like the ones we know from this hotel. There's a dynamically shaped reception with round shapes. Behind it, there is a being, and the being is giving information to the group. The information involves what they are going through and where they are going. First, they are going inside a room behind this reception area. It's called a calibration room. And a note, the calibration, the decalibration is going on in these times. All the people will be recalibrated in these rooms, and everyone is going. The people will be deprogrammed for false beliefs, false way of thinking, belief systems, everything. That's actually what's going on in the earth today. And everything of the old paradigm will be cleansed out. When they come out of there, they are wearing white, beautiful clothing, looking like tunics and pants. Further on, they are led up a dynamically white staircase with round shapes. The staircase is leading up to a classroom. Here, everyone is trained in new technology, new ways of seeing the world, every necessary thing to know to create a new and beautiful earth. And this is actually also happening now. Everything from soil, animal life, telepathy, and energy work, everything. It's infinite amounts of information being taught, and everything happens in different rooms. To me, it felt more like this is the place everyone finally remember what they already know in the depthness of their soul and hearts. And when this process of learning or remembering is over, they are all led to the opposite side of the entrance of the dome. A door of the dome on the opposite side opens up, and the group, including my family, enters into a lush and beautiful earth. I'm getting a small glimpse of it, and what is shown to me exceeds my greatest dreams and fantasies. Words can actually not describe it, but I do my best. The colors beaming towards me, they are incredibly strong there and very clear. It cannot be compared to anything I have ever seen before in this life. It's a pureness, a cleanness I've never seen. And the air, it's so quiet, so soft. It's like it's whispering loving words far into my soul. It's like carrying the force of life itself. The beams from the sun fills up everyone entering. I see the bodies of the group. They are young, strong, healthy, energetic, happy, loving, and their skin is like etheric, vibrating, flowing energy with ever-changing form. Nature, it's alive, it speaks, it's breathes, it's moving, it's beam, love, and vitality. Animals are running around, beaming happily. They are us and we are them. At the same time, we and they are not. The whole thing is very big for me to take in. Again, I'm getting a bird's perspective, and I see white houses. They have dynamic shapes. They have windows, but no glass. We don't need to protect ourselves with doors and glass and everything like that. It's a technology, it's like a biological mass, ever-changing, connected to our thoughts. The technology is to me indescribable. These are not medieval times we are entering. It's a world beyond all imaginable thoughts. We can move over long distances in milliseconds. We can transform into anything we like. We are living frequencies, energy, and we live of energy. It's like we are solar cells and the sun is feeding our body. Suddenly, I'm pulled back out of the doom and taken back to my body. I want to read something for you now. I want to read something from the Hopi prophecy about the Pahana. My people await Pahana, the lost white brother from the stars, as do all our brothers in the land. And all our brothers in the land are all earthlings on the earth. He will not be like the white men we know, who are cruel and greedy. We were told of their coming long ago, but still we await Pahana. He will bring with him the symbols and the missing piece of that sacred tablet now kept by the elders, given to him when he left, that shall identify him as a true white brother. The fourth world shall end soon, and the fifth world will begin. This the elders everywhere know. The signs over many years have been fulfilled, and so few are left. And I went through all the 9 signs yesterday, and the last 9 signs are the only sign that is still coming. And I'm not going to read about it now, but you can go in and read about the Hopi prophecy yourself. I want to say something that is very important in this time. And that is 1, forgiveness. And I'm not talking about a super, forgiveness laying just here. You have to feel the forgiveness. You really have to mean the forgiveness. And I'm going to tell you something now, because I'm not sitting here and saying that you have to learn forgiveness when you are watching the world today and you are seeing rape and murder and wars and everything. But I have been raped and I have been tortured. And the first thing I did when they were finished with me, I truly, in the depth of my heart, forgave them at once. That was the only way I could be free and not a victim. I felt gratitude for the way I could forgive. I felt gratitude because I knew that the person involved were freed. And I know that these persons today are living beautiful lives. They are not the ugly persons that I once were. When you feel deep and truly gratitude, you feel love. And you start to beam love out to everyone, and you start to feel the love from everyone. And suddenly you are starting to see that you can feel unconditional love for everyone and everything in all situations. And then you become one with oneness. And in this oneness, you understand that if you're hurting anyone else, you're also hurting yourself. In oneness, we don't need to think about forgiveness, we just do forgiveness. And there is actually nothing to forgive, we understand. The creation is beautiful, perfect. It's a beautiful, perfect coherence of oneness with each other as part of nature. And we are nature and we are creators in our own lives. And we do have responsibilities in our own lives and towards each other. I have to share something because this is something that Michelle is going to pick up later. And I know it will sound very strange, and you just have to bear with me. And this is also connected to Emmanuel's movie, Femme. And I know this will be put out on the internet. And I urge people to see Femme, and especially the men in the world. In 2008, I was standing in a crowd. And suddenly I got this message that in 2013, Norwegian were going to get a female prime minister. And we did. I then got the message that the Red Dragon will enter with a feminine power. In a later vision, I saw myself go in front of an army of Knight Templars. They wore Knight Templars uniforms, the white linen shirt and the red cross on their chest. They sat down with one knee on the ground, holding a spear in front and a shield. They were bowing respectfully to me, and I got the message. The golden dragons will come with a feminine power. The red are the men and the golden are the women. In 2012, troops of Knights Templars came down from the sky. They wore golden arms and were riding on white horses, carrying the message, "The time has come, get ready." I experienced this with my own eyes. So, yeah, the feminine power are here. And we are going to go out in this world now and learn each other about forgiveness, learn about gratitude, learn about love, unconditional love, and love everyone. And I have a friend here in the audience now, and we have had some difficulties. He's sitting right up there. And this weekend have for me been about forgiving him, feeling gratitude toward him, and feeling love and unconditional love. I love you too. And you know, that's what we have to do. We have to get out of this, I don't know what to call it, jealousy, stupidity. We're women, we have to embrace each other. We don't have to be jealous at each other. Men, they don't have to rule us. Women and men, we shall be together, we shall be in unity with each other. We shall rule this world together, and everything will be the bright future that it will be. And I want to give a few words to Vernon, but how much time do I have left?
Go ahead and talk for 10 minutes.
10 minutes, okay. Then I'm going to give 3 minutes to Vernon. And I have to say this first. I love the Hopis. And you know, all around the world, there are so many prophecies and religion and all that stuff. And I think that every religion and vision and prophecy is actually talking about the same things. And I also think that science is talking about the same things. We are just using different words and understanding, and we are experiencing things from the place that we are standing in, or maybe our intelligence and our emotional intelligence as well. So, Vernon, my brother, come up and say what you need to say. And one of Vernon's clan members was actually my father in this life that I started to talk about. So I have a lot of love for them. Thank you so much for being here. This was meant to happen.
Kwakwai, Lolmai. One thing I want to tell you, young lady, in the Hopi world, the woman rules. We are slaves to them. I marry her, I go to her village, and I have to do everything for her. She owns the house. She owns everything. I plant for her. And when she gets tired of me, she just put my ceremonial wardrobe into a bag, put it outside the door. That means go home to your mommy. That is absolutely the truth. So far, I've been lucky. Yeah, after over 50 years, we've been married over 50 years. God, 16 children, great children, great, great children. We are blessed. This is a message to all of you dreamers. Hopi prophecy. One day you will look down the mesa, see many people coming. They come because they sense Tiwanasabi, Earth Center, to be a safe place. A place where they can gather, contemplate, and vision, and help create the fifth world, the Hopi. They will bring ideas, skills on how together we can co-create a new world, the fifth world. Save our Earth Mother into the fifth world. Humanity is standing at the 11th hour of the fourth world. It is written on Prophecy Rock, across the valley from Oraibi, the oldest continuously inhabited village in North America, settled over 1,000 years ago. People are still, there's about 800 people still living there. The owl, and you see owls all over this place, is the Earth, Mother Earth's messenger. The owl is telling us that we must get our house in order or risk total annihilation. We must begin to act responsibly. Signs are appearing everywhere. We live in dangerous times. Erratic changes in weather caused by exploitation of Earth's resources to benefit the rich. Hopi explain climate change using a metaphor, water serpent. It represents the ocean. It is our responsibility to keep the serpent calm. We are not carrying that out. Instead, we are poking the serpent to roll, turning the world upside down. At the same time, we are witnessing acts of terrorism all over the world. Our political leaders are helpless to end it. Victims of terrorism and exploitation of our natural resources are our children, our mother, the earth. They are crying out, but who is listening? Hopi means to be peaceful, to be charitable, to be responsible. Hopi explained this in a simple teaching. If you see a child crying lonely, stop and comfort the child. If a child is hungry, feed the child. That is what Hopi is. Everything else is just traditions. And the road to becoming a Hopi is open to everyone. A Hopi elder said, we must not look outside ourselves to heal our mother. For we are the ones we are waiting for. From what Becky and I learned from you during the last few days, made us motivated and energized to begin to plan a Hopi peace project. It will take time and donations. So if you would like, we will leave a place where you can call us, contact us. Last few months, few weeks, I became very depressed. I lost all of my energy because of so many things happening. My government, my leaders were not helping us save our water. Then our close friends, relatives became ill. Jerry being one of them. Our granddaughter, another one. And I lost all my energy. And I was ready just not to come. And then one of our advisors, Professor Lowry Burgess, Vanderbilt University, called me and said, it is not a coincidence that you are invited. You must go. I came. And after interacting and learning from all of you, I was I'm getting my energy back. It was a healing time for me, and I thank you for it. Let there be life. Let it be a good life. Let it be forever. That's the Hopi prayer. Kwakwai. Thank you.
Yeah, and now to wrap it up, I just want to say that, bear with me, sister. We are the ones we are waiting for, but they are also coming. Bahana, do I say it right? Bahana. They are coming. The tall, light ones. In all cultures around the world, they are talking about beings. They are just describing them differently. And they are beautiful light beings. And I know it will be peace on earth. I know it will be. So I want to say this. Chakaniyeya lakeya kara achekena pakea. And now my beautiful friend from Norway, Mereta, has something to give us. Thank you.
When people say a white brother is coming. It does not mean a white-skinned person, but a person with a pure heart.
Well, my name is Merete Nikolaisen and I'm a Norwegian. I would like to share something with you. But first I will ask you to close your eyes. Breathe deeply in and try to be in your heart.
At 7 tonight, the ones who wants to join me can come to the lake and I will do a love and gratitude ceremony. So you're most welcome. Thank you so much for your patient attention. Thank you.